For some reason, whenever startups that are sourcing their contract manufacturer for the first time or someone's changing their contract manufacturer, they always freeze and panic. But really, why do they do this? And nowadays, there's really no reason to panic. Contract manufacturers are not those traditional factories that provide no additional services and supports, or like the Simpsons reference of a sweatshop. But now contract manufacturers have evolved to become production lines plus value added services, which has made them become such a vital part of your organization. However, most of us don't understand this. The majority of us do not understand what the modern contract manufacturer is, how they work, and why the top companies, such as Apple, will work with them. Hey everyone, I'm Jared Hall. This video is about the basics of contract manufacturing. Contract manufacturing is actually pretty basic. It's just a form of outsourcing. For example, let's say you have a product, but you don't own any of the equipment or machines to make that product. You have to find someone and hire someone to make it for you. And instead of finding and sourcing each individual factory to make all your parts, you just find one company. That is your contract manufacturer. This company might not have all of the production lines for your product, but they should at least have final assembly. In addition to final assembly, they need to have their team set up to provide you with more value-added services. This is how a contract manufacturer will look. They have the engineering, production, quality control, project management, and supply chain teams. Of course, they have more such as HR, finance, PMC, but these are the teams that will provide you with the most amount of value. A contract manufacturer is going to have their engineering team set up to provide development, DFM, and quality. Quality is here because the manufacturing ability of a product is strongly correlated with the engineering. The production department will have their in-house production lines, such as plastics, metal fabrication, electronics, etc., plus final assembly. They are also responsible for creating the SOPs, which takes you step by step of how to fabricate each part and assemble the final product. Quality control will develop all of the quality standards. These objective standards will be turned into SIPs, which is a step-by-step guide of how to check each part and final assembly. These SIPs will be used by IQC, which is incoming quality control, so this would be anything coming into the factory such as raw material, PQC, which is in-process quality control. These are parts that are currently being fabricated, and FQC. This is final quality control. The project manager you work with will be the bridge to all of the other teams at the factory. So instead of you talking to all of the different department heads, a project manager will be your point of contact. Your project manager will also help you with scheduling of development and production. And lastly is supply chain. Supply chain is so critical because they have a list of pre-approved vendors which are used so you do not have to source each one. They will gather all the lead times, which will give you a clear timeline for production. I hope this gives you a better idea of what contract manufacturing is and how they are set up. Now let's take a look to see how you could integrate them into your company. With a typical company, you have a good amount of things to worry about. Also, if you're a startup or a high growth company, you're probably wearing multiple hats. For your company, you need to figure out how to drive sales, fundraise, build partnerships, build and sustain hype, develop your product and future products, manage your supply chain, manage your overall project, launch and sustain production, and worry about the logistics. There are also many other things that you have to worry about, but these are the key ideas. Half of the things here are also not even focused on driving sales. With a company's limited amount of resources, they should all be focused on sales and increasing revenue. The areas at the bottom are all very important, but they are not related to increasing sales. These areas are also the areas that your contract manufacturer will focus on. Your contract manufacturing partner will commit themselves to managing your supply chain, managing production and a time schedule, producing a product, and shipping it to you. So it's really no wonder why everyone from startups to Fortune 500 companies like Apple love to work with contract manufacturers. If you are able to work with a contract manufacturer and leverage their resources, it will do complete wonders for your business. I hope this gives you guys a good idea about the basics of contract manufacturing. If you have any additional questions, please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to respond as quick as possible. You can also send me an email at jared@epowercorp.com or look in the description box below and you'll get my email there too. Thanks guys. If you enjoyed this, please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel.